Good late afternoon, option addicts. I'm in a wicked rush today, but I wanted to try to throw out a couple price patterns that I had mentioned in yesterday's price patterns trading room. So here's the short list. First off, I'm starting with ABCO, which is the advisory board. Not exactly an extremely volatile stock, but you can see kind of an intermediate downtrend over the last couple months, at the bottom of which you seem to have formed kind of a slight little pennant going on here. And stock's already broken out of that to the downside, unfortunately, but today I think is a great day as far as a retest is concerned. Only about a $2.50 movement on this stock based on the width of this pennant, but still should be a pretty good move nonetheless. Moving right along, I'm going to look at SII. And today we have the flag breakout that I was waiting for. So here's kind of the flag pattern that I was looking at. Highlighted this whole guy right there. So there's the actual flag. And this move here, I'd be looking at about a $3, maybe even a $4 movement. More like 3, I'm thinking, based on using some closing prices and coming up with a realistic amount. If you started the flagpole, let's say, from this arena here, it's not exactly a straight trend line, but that gives us at least the bottom of this nice upward move that we saw, not including intraday motions. So from open to close, this is about a $3 price movement or so. Today it's already up $1, so likely that stock's going to keep running for a couple days. If you zoom out on SII a little bit, though, what's really interesting is, say we go to a 5-year chart, you've got a monster channel going on here. Wonderful channel going on, which we happen to be right at resistance of. So this trade, this short-term trade, might take you right up to resistance levels, but be cautious. If it doesn't want to break above, you got a pretty good amount to the downside the stock's likely to retrace. Moving right on along, we're looking at Valero, VLO, and why don't we do that on a 6-month chart. Same thing, today offers a little bit of a break out of also a flag pattern. Some consolidation over the last 4 days after a big monster run up from as low as 55 to as high as 60. I'd call this a 5-point move upon the breakout today, which looks like it's starting to run. Applied volatility also happens to be low and starting to ramp back up, so that means cheap options hopefully at the point of starting to become expensive. Next I'm going to go to TDY. And I was looking at this from the perspective of maybe a triple bottom going on through here. And we haven't really confirmed that. I think we still have a ways to go, but what I was watching for would be a break of 39. We were on our way up there until the market, of course, tanked. So I'm keeping that kind of on the back burner of the list right now. Didn't have a chance to really filter this one out. I've been pretty busy today. Anyhow, if you're bullish on the market, watch for a break above 39 for the stock to reach some prior highs, probably in about the range of about 42, based on the width of that pattern. Next, I've got CYMI. Double bottom, yes, but it looks like it's still a little ways away from confirmation. I'd want to see a break of 44 before I take this trade, at which point would be about a 4-point movement up to right around these prior highs as a minimum. So keep an eye on that one, but wait for that signal. Next, WIN. Now, an interesting head and shoulders, kind of. You've got a little shoulder going on here. We'll get a line connecting the shoulders here. And here's the head up in this region. What I'm watching for is similar to Vegas. Vegas had a very definitive support level, not at $90 per share. I can't recall exactly what it was. But if we see 90 give way for WIN, the stock's likely to drop quite a bit. Now, I don't think it's going to drop a tremendous amount, though. So normally, when you're using a head and shoulders formation, you measure the distance between your head and your neckline to gauge exactly how much of the downside this is going to drop. I don't think the stock's going to drop nearly that much. In fact, I'm not going to issue a price target on this one. I'm going to kind of follow it if it breaks 90 to see how far down it wants to go, with probably a moderately trailing stop on this one. Something by the equivalent of maybe 2 ATRs. So that's WIN. Next I've got Dawson, another blog favorite. Consolidation through here, which I was calling a flag. And my trend lines aren't exactly straight, forgive me. But today we're getting a nice breakout outside of that. And this one also, based on a bottom of a flag here at about 40 to a high of about 46, it means a 6-point movement we'd expect over about the next week, week and a half or something like that. So Dawson, this has been a great trade in the past. I think it has a capability to run here a little bit more. Next, Gray Wolf. Not exactly an option trade here, but maybe a stock to get experience short selling. Looking at shorting this stock if we get a breakthrough support here down in the $6 region. And this one here has got about a 60-cent price target or so, which for a $6 stock is 10%. I mean, that's a great thing. But if it's a low price stock and that goes against your rules, don't even mess with it. Next, CMRG. Yeah, we kind of missed this guy. Oh, maybe not. Maybe a retest going on today. I was watching a little bit of a descending triangle going on here. I thought it was likely going to test resistance one more time, but it didn't. It broke through, and it's come back up and retest today. Now, this one has about $1.50 price target to the downside, which would put us at, $10.75. So I think the stock continues to drift lower. Based on the trend we have now, I think that's a realistic expectation. Last but not least on that list, I have TEN, symmetrical triangle. There you have it. No breakout as of yet, but I'm planning on treating this one as a continuation or a reversal, depending on which way it wants to break, so I'm watching either direction. Folks, sorry to be in and out and to be in a wicked rush today, but that's kind of the name of this game. Got a lot of trades to wrap up here before the day is over. I'll have this video up and posted shortly, at which time I'll also try to add another one by the end of the week. I'm not going to have time to edit this one, so if I mumble around like a moron, then forgive me. But I appreciate your traffic recently on the blog. I love all your comments. I appreciate what you guys are doing, and hopefully what we're doing here is helping. This list of ideas and all the others I provide on my blog are just some ideas. If you like them, make them your own. If not, don't trade them. Please remember that. So take care, folks. You guys have a good day, and I'll likely be talking to you later on this evening in a future post. Take care.